to see, what to rent, and what to skip. It's Movie Reviews with Ryan J.
Sure is. That's right. We're back now with the nationally syndicated film critic Ryan J. And in addition to movie reviews this week,
in just a bit, he's going to be talking about a fun family event that involves one of the best movies of all time.
Is this true?
One of the best?
Movie that is.
Maybe the best.
The best?
One of the
Okay,
best,
well, let's
okay.
just tease it at that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's break down the movies. These are all opening up this weekend, including the Transporter Refueled. This is PG-13.
Yes, and this is the fourth film in a franchise, and it's actually a reboot, and they're doing what James Bond movies do, which is take a new actor in the same character. So the first three had Jason Statham in the role of Frank Martin, and now we have Ed Skrein, and he is very good. He oozes charm and confidence and moodiness, but he lacks the grit and the edge that Jason Statham brought to the role.
Okay, what did you think of the look of the film?
Yeah.
It's really gorgeous, actually. It's shot in the French Riviera, and the cinematography is beautiful, and you feel almost like you traveled there after seeing this movie. It's so pretty, and the costumes are very chic, like everything that the girls wear, and it has just a really nice kind of techie awesomeness to it. This car is like a character unto itself in this film. It's very awesome.
Looks action-packed.
Yeah, how is the action? It's seeing some of those scenes right there. It looks pretty good.
The action's really 50-50.
Really?
You know, yeah.
Was that some of the best in the movie?
That's some of the typical, typical car chase, cars, falling over each other and exploding. But there were a couple scenes that were really creative and interesting and unlike anything that I'd seen in other films before. So it's hit or miss with the action. Yeah, the action
because sometimes
sequences.
the action gets to be the same. The cars are chasing each
Exactly.
other, someone's getting shot
and I
at.
prefer it when it's really innovative. So there's a little bit of that here, but it's also, there's a good dose of things you've seen before.
And weak links in the cast?
There are several. It's so embarrassing because I feel like they really cast beauty over talent in this movie.
Okay.
For much of the supporting cast, let me be specific there, because you would
Everyone
cringe.
is very beautiful.
It's the sexiest cast I've ever seen in a movie, honestly. But there are a couple lines where you literally cringe. So this one's a rental. It's something, it's not as good as the original Transporter, so I'd say just wait and rent it.
It is pretty visually,
PG-13.
though, huh?
All right.
The next one, A Walk in the Woods, rated R.
Yep, and this is a buddy comedy starring Robert Redford and Nick Nolte, and it's great to see them together. And I think it would have been better titled The Odd Couple Goes Hiking.
Really?
Yes. Because it's that much of a comedy, and they really just go walking in the woods.
Okay, so they're walking in the woods. How is the woods scene then? I mean, is it outdoors?
Is it beautiful?
This right here.
This is what upsets me about this movie, is it's shot on the Appalachian Trail, and the environment should have been a character, should have been the third character in the film.
Sure.
And it looks like it was shot in my backyard.
Oh, no.
It's all static, and
like this?
Well, basically, yeah. It's just there's no real movement to the camera. It's shot like a very straightforward, almost 80s comedy that feels kind of stale.
Okay.
And I didn't like that.
Who was that blonde actress? Did you connect with any of these characters?
There's some of the supporting cast is good. You've got Emma Thompson, Kristen Schaal, Nick Offerman, Mary Steenburgen. But the problem is they're always going for the joke and not for the reality. This is a movie that is based on a true account. This man actually is a real man. The character that what's his name? Robert Redford plays, and he wrote this book, and it's based on this book and his real experience, but it just doesn't really feel real.
So those two guys seem like they're carrying some of it. How about the supportive cast?
Yeah, they're funny and they have moments, but they leave a lot of loose ends. So this is another rental. It's something that I didn't hate it. So it's like if you watched it at home, you'd enjoy it. But
well, this is good so far because nobody's going to be home this weekend, right? It's Labor Day weekend. Okay, the next one though, Midwest.
This is not a movie.
Oh no, this is your thing. This is the Midwest
This
Wizard of Oz Fest.
It is. It is the first annual, and I'm not going to be here next weekend because Oz is coming home to Chicago.
Yes.
It was first published in Chicago in the year 1900. It's where L. Frank Baum was living at the time. So now, 115 years later, the first Midwest Wizard of Oz Festival just outside of Chicago in Tinley Park, Illinois.
So that's close.
Boy.
People can
Very
go
close.
to that.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
It's going to be great for the whole family.
What's going to happen?
Well, I'm going to be there doing a presentation about my journey to Oz, which is like sharing my interviews with the cast of Oz the Great and Powerful, James Franco, Mila Kunis. Also, I taped one of the first interviews ever with a cast member from Disney's Return to Oz. This year's the 30th anniversary of that film, so I'm sharing that. And also my red carpet interviews from the Wizard of Oz 3D IMAX premiere. So I have a lot to share with people. I'm very excited
people who
about.
love Oz, love the history of Oz. I mean, my best friend Moo, she's obsessed with Oz as well. I should tell her because Chicago's, her favorite place to go. But who else is going to be there? You're going to be there presenting. Are there other people?
Well,
that
Milwaukee's
we'd
own
recognize?
John Fricke is going to be there
Love John.
emceeing the whole event, and he's amazing. He's doing a presentation of his own about the making of The Wizard of Oz. Oz, sharing really cool aspects and unseen, photos before.
He is.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I mean, he's brilliant. What I love most about John is, aside from being his friend, is that he is the voice of the audio commentary track on the Wizard of Oz Blu-ray and DVD. So, I mean, it's like he's Warner Brothers' official spokesperson for the Wizard of Oz.
That sounds like a cool thing to watch. So he comments over the original movie.
Yes.
And tells you all the
if you
little
own the
secret,
Blu-ray or the DVD, it's
the
his voice.
Hidden facts that people don't know.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I like watching that. Since
Are
I've
there
seen it a
other
million
attractions?
times.
There's also Roger Baum is going to be there, and he's the great-grandson of L. Frank Baum, and he's written his own Oz novels, and he's going to be, his first book, Dorothy of Oz, became the film Legends of Oz, Dorothy's Return, so we're going to be talking about that and sharing my red carpet interviews with Leah Michelle and Martin Short from that film. Plus some other guests, some Oz characters are going to be there. There's going to be Oz characters dressed up that you can take your pictures with, like when you go to Disney World.
People in costume, for sure.
Yeah, people love that. So they're going to be performing Spirit of Oz and also taking pictures. And there's a corn maze.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and it's actually, although there's a yellow brick road, you can stroll down. They actually built this and painted a yellow brick road, which is really fun. And then there's a corn maze that's actually in the shape of the Wizard of Oz that you can walk through.
Look at that.
But other great things. There's a petting zoo, hay rides, pony rides, zip lining, food, vendors, and so much more for the whole family. So this is acres and acres, and thousands of people come to Tinley Park every weekend for different festivals. And they're expecting
a
lot.
It's like a 3-day event.
Yeah,
The 11th,
Friday,
12th,
Saturday,
13th.
and Sunday. Exactly.
Okay.
So it's Friday, September 11th through the 13th.
Are you presenting each day or just one
Each day. We're doing the same program, repeating it 3 times.
Okay, so people can see you there.
And if you want more information, it's MidwestOzFest.com.
That's great. So this next weekend, coming up, Tinley Park, Illinois, you can go out, hear Ryan present. We hear you talk about the Oz stuff all the time, but to actually see you present and do this is going to be really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, exciting. All right, well, thanks, Ryan.
I'm excited. Thanks.
All right, you can like Ryan J on Facebook, follow him on Twitter, and for his full movie reviews, check out his website. It's RyanJReviews.com.